Hello, and welcome back to the channel. This is your girl, Mahogany Maxine, also known as Maxine. And hi, it's been a minute since I've done a full voiceover for a speed build, but here we are. I'm very excited about this build because it is a cramped family style apartment. Now, this is a very old build. I've been on a mission to record and finish all of my, phantom builds, the builds that I've neglected and have left and have forgotten about. And I wanted to show them some love and just finish them. I don't know if anyone else feels that at all. I know my fellow sim builders, sometimes we get overwhelmed and create so many different builds and different worlds and everything's like halfway done. And for me, I just have a bunch of incomplete builds in my save file. So I wanted to finish this and I really like how it came out. So we'll walk through it a little bit. I hope everyone's been having a good transition into the fall time. I know sometimes this time of year can be either really joyous or really depressing for some people. And for me, it kind of falls in between because I am a fall baby. My birthday is in November, so big Scorpio energy. But on the flip side, I don't like the cold too much. It really brings down my spirit sometimes. And yeah, I know for a lot of reasons, some people, if they're not close to their family and they, have to rely on their chosen family during this time, there's a lot of different holidays. I know that a lot of Jewish high holidays have just passed, and then we're going into, Thanksgiving and then Christmas, etc. So I hope that everyone is able to be with family that they either chose or be close with their actual family. In whatever way you feel supported, I hope that you are able to feel love and joy during this season, no matter what you're going through. With that said, this apartment is a cramped family style apartment. So at first, this kitchen goes through many iterations, so do not get too attached to this kitchen island. I had realized I never used this base game set of counters. I've never really liked them, but I thought this is a humble, cramped family apartment, and it really just fit the aesthetic of a family who is, humble as far as money is concerned. They're not, necessarily wealthy at all, and they have a large family. This was actually inspired by a family I saw on YouTube. I watch a lot of like Costco and big lots, or not big lots, what is that, BJ's. I watch a lot of Costco, BJ's hauls, and a lot of them are like big families, like family of 12, family of 6, family of 8, do their big Costco haul or BJ's haul, Sam's Club, or any of the big warehouse stores. And there was this one family who lived in New York, and I can't remember their name. I'll go through my YouTube history and I'll add it to the description, but they lived in Brooklyn, and for many of you who don't know me or do know me, I used to live in Brooklyn, and they lived in this very cramped apartment. The mother was a yoga instructor, the father worked in tech, and in New York it's very expensive. And so even if you make good money, if you have a lot of children and a lot of mouths to feed, it starts to add up. And so their apartment was super humble. It was super very loved on, and so you could tell that they had nice things that they tried to keep nice, but they had, I think, 4 boys and 2 girls, and then there was 2 of them. And so that's just the idea of having that many children in an apartment. The apartment was like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, cramped apartment. And so that's what inspired this. And I believe for the kids, it will sleep 1 child, 1 toddler, and 1 infant. So I didn't want to, at first I was like, oh, let's do 2 kids or 2 children, 1 toddler, 1 infant, but I just didn't have the space for it. So we have 3 children and 2 parents. That's what it is built for. So now we are cluttering the kitchen area, which at first I didn't want to over clutter, but then I ended up over cluttering it anyway, because I just thought it would work. You know, when you have that many kids in a house, a lot of different personalities, a lot of different needs, maybe even some of the kids have allergies to certain things, so you need quite a bit of stuff, and you may not have a bunch of storage. And so I wanted to kind of show that they have a lot of things, a lot of stuff kind of around, but they try to keep it as neat as possible. And I love the Everyday Clutter Kit. It's probably my favorite. I use almost every item from Everyday Clutter in every build. I don't know about y'all, let me know if you do, but Everyday Clutter Kit is probably the GOAT of the kits. If you hear noise in the background, that's my other computer. So yeah, we are, as you can see, I did get rid of the kitchen island because I just opted for an actual table here. I'm very much into islands. I do stream on Twitch, by the way. So if you ever see me on Twitch, or if you have discovered me via Twitch and have come to my YouTube or vice versa, come join me on Twitch. My information's in the description below. I stream about 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how I'm feeling. You can always join the Discord as well, which is down below. But I'm saying all that to say is that if you catch me on Twitch and I'm building, you know that I love a kitchen island in a kitchen. It's like a kitchen's not complete without a kitchen island. And I've only ever once had a kitchen island in my apartments, in my houses, anywhere. I've only once had it since living on my own. And so it's very much me trying to manifest, like, I want a kitchen with a really nice kitchen island. And one day when I do start vlogging, or if I want to start vlogging, I'll have like the perfect like meal prep videos. I think kitchen islands really make a kitchen look very good. And if you're a content creator, it's a great place to put your tripod and your camera to, you know, show all your kitchen stuff. So anyway, we're moving on to the living room. So I wanted to do a lot of color in here, colorful couch, things that weren't too drab. Again, they have nice things that they want to hold on to, you know, things that are of quality. But some stuff got beat up. You know, they have a lot of kids, so things do get beat up, but they, you know, have nice things that do have longevity. So I ended up opting for the coffee tables from high school years, which I love those coffee tables, and, you know, kind of merging them into each other to make one larger coffee table. Now, I will say I did lose some footage, and as I was editing this video last night, I realized I lost probably, I don't know, maybe like 8 minutes of footage, which, because it like sped up, you know, I don't know, you'll see. It skips from me doing the foyer area into the bedroom. I don't know where that footage went, but I thought I still wanted to get out a video and showcase this apartment because I actually really love the way it came out. It will be on the gallery soon. I haven't posted it yet. I wanted to play test some things. So I will be posting it to the gallery. If I play test and some things don't work, I'll move things around to make it work. So it may not look exactly like the apartment, but I'll try to keep it as close to the apartment as possible. But I don't know, for all the other like sim content creators, have you ever lost material and you just were like, you know what, I'm still going to post it because you still like the finished product? I've never had that happen to me in my entire journey as being a content creator, but I would say it's very humbling because I was pissed. I was so annoyed. I was like, where did it go? I'm like looking through my D drive. I'm looking through my regular SSD drive. I'm looking through all of the storage pieces. I'm looking in the recycling bin. I'm like, where has this gone? And I even looked in my film editing software's backup drive. I'm like, where did I put this? I think I might have just deleted it by accident, or there was a moment a few months ago, because this is old. I started doing this in May, so this is how old this build is. We've already had expansion pack come out since then, and a stuff pack and a kit. But I had like a time where the power was going out, because in the summer we had the air on pretty high, and we don't have central air. We have window units because we live in a city, so it's very common in the city to not have central air. And I my computer just kept going off, like, because our power just kept going out, because I guess we were like blowing the fuse, and we just kept doing that. And so I'm thinking that it may have been a time when that happened and I like gave up and I never re-recorded it. But anyway, so you'll see in a moment, it's gonna jump from this hallway to the bedroom. So the foyer, I really wanted to clutter it. I wanted to show that they have animals, they have kids, the kids are busy, the kids are in a lot of activities, and it's, you know, a full house. There's never a dull moment in this house. They have activities, toys, books, arts and crafts, book bags, shoes, like all the things. And I grew up an only child, in my house at least. I'm not an only child, but I grew up an only child in my house. And I didn't have this much clutter, but I imagine for people who have a lot of siblings, they had this kind of clutter where it was just like, we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff, and no matter how much you clean up your house, it's always going to look a little bit messy, just because there's too many bodies, too many things, too many hobbies, too many book bags and things. So now we're doing the bedroom. So as you can see, we completely skipped from doing the hallway. I didn't get a chance to even film the clutter in the laundry room. I don't know where it went, but there it is. You can see it as I continue to build this room. You can see it out of the corner of your eye. Obviously, you'll see it if you download the build and in the screenshots. But this is the parents' bedroom that we're doing, and I wanted to keep it like neutral colored, neutral toned, with hints of green here and there, which is, this shade of green is still, to me, in my opinion, pretty neutral. You know, that olivey light green. I think it doesn't to make too much of a statement, you know. So I wanted to keep it in that color palette. And at first I wanted to like build a closet, but I was running out of space, and I knew I still wanted to keep this a cramped room. So I didn't want to like make it bigger or anything. So I was just working with what we have. And this is where the infant will be sleeping. So when we move to the other room, you'll see how I built out the kids' room with the toddler. But this is where the infant will sleep, primarily in the parents' bedroom, which I think is pretty realistic. I know, you know, when I hear stories about when I was raised, when I was younger, obviously I don't remember it, but when I hear stories, I slept in the bed or in the bedroom with my mother as an infant, because that just made sense. It's easier to keep an eye on the child. It's easier to like be able to get up quickly and help them with anything they need. So yeah, I think this is pretty realistic. And I do a lot of clutter on this desk because this is like the parents' only space where they have as an oasis. And also, I believe like one parent works from home, watching the kids, making sure all the kids' stuff is done, and the other parent, you know, works outside of the home. So I wanted to kind of like showcase that here. And I don't know exactly what kind of career they have, but I think they have a decent career where they're able to afford, they're still thrifty, but they're able to afford this apartment, and they're also able to afford having this many children in this apartment. So yeah, one working from home, taking care of the kids, doing all the duties, and then the other who's outside in the city of San Myshuno, in the hustle and bustle, and then they have to come home to like a very busy home. So yeah, lots of clutter, a little bit of art to show their personality, but mostly like business stuff, and a lot of coffee cups. I'm realizing now I put a lot of coffee cups around this house, which I think parents, they, you know, maybe drink a lot of coffee. You got to stay awake. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. If you're a parent and you drink a lot of coffee, let me know. I don't drink coffee, but I imagine if I became a parent, I might need some coffee. If you hear some noise, my cat just jumped up on the desk, and hi, Majesty. She's a little bit, she wants to know what's going on with the microphone. So now, oh yeah, I did put a lot of scratches and like floor clutter, which is from, what is that, the Basement Treasures kit, just to like show it's lived in. So like places where the chair is always scratching back and forth, or high traffic areas like in front of the door in the foyer or in front of the laundry. I wanted to show that like this is a really lived-in apartment, and I think I love the basement treasures kit. I don't use a lot of pieces of it, but I love the detail of scratch floors, scratch walls, a little bit of dirt, maybe even a puddle where a leak used to be. I think that's a great detail, which feeds into the realism for those of us who really like realism in The Sims. And yeah, now we are cluttering this storage unit here. I wanted to have like another piece of furniture in this room just to show that like these parents, they have a lot of things and they're just making do with the space they have. So yeah, I wanted to showcase that. And we are putting a light here, let there be light, and some portraits for the family. And then over here, what did I put here? I do not remember. Yes, the San Myshuno painting, which I think is so pretty. So yeah, I think this room came out nice. I think it's very reminiscent of rooms I've been in New York, people who lived in, smaller apartments than I did, where they had a lot of stuff and it was cramped and they had to just, make do. So if you live in a city like that where your apartments are small but you have a lot of stuff, let me know if this is, at all reminiscent to like your reality. But now we're putting up some curtains, and I couldn't figure out what curtains I wanted at first, so I was a little indecisive, but then I go with the ones that are kind of that jacquard print. I think that's what it's called, jacquard print. I'm not too sure. Now we are moving on to the kids' room. So I kept it pretty neutral, and also this is some gallery art. It is not CC. I need to find out who it was. I wrote it down somewhere. I believe I like them in my, I favorited them on the gallery, so I will find them and I will put it in the description because I like giving credit where credit is due. But this is gallery art and I loved it. I thought it was just like so whimsical, and I like having the option for gallery art. Sometimes it marks it as CC, even though it's not. But gallery art just kind of enlivens the space, I think, and moves the monotony out sometimes, because I feel like I use a lot of the same art a lot in kids' rooms. So it just gives a chance to like have something else, give it a little flair. So yeah, I will find who that artist is and I will put it in the description below. I'm going to need to look all up and through the gallery. I really hope I favorited it. I really, really do. So now I'm putting down a changing table for the infant who is or baby. I keep saying infant for the baby, excuse me, because infant is a life stage. Now we have the baby's life stage. But yeah, we put that down for them. And then here I'm just changing up. I'm like, okay, I did want to do 2 children, which is why those are 2 twin beds. But then I was like, you know what? No, this is not enough space to have 4 children in this apartment. So I opted out and just put a toddler bed. And then the upper bunk is for the child age sim. And then I'm using this rug from the Chestnut Ridge pack, which is called, it's not called Cowboy. What is it called? Oh my god, Horsing Around? Oh my goodness, I cannot remember. I'm so embarrassed. Are you not embarrassed? No, I don't remember what it's called, but it's that pack. When I started this apartment, that expansion pack did not exist. Like I said, I started this in May, and so I finished this yesterday, and I do not remember what that pack is called, but I love that rug. I think it's so cute and so childlike and whimsical in all the right ways. So that's where it's from. Oh my goodness, what is it called? Horse Ranch. Jeez, wow. This voiceover is